Welcome, guys, with another reaction with the toxic couple, and another time with George Janko. It's another time podcast, and this time speaking about he says that Andrew Tate changed his life. But the title triggered me, but because I know that he loves his girlfriend, and he say I no longer have a girlfriend. It triggered me like, bro, you all how comes like okay, let's just check it. But before we check it, make sure to give me feedback about the design. Be simple, guys. Be simple, be who you are, and be someone. Make sure to give me feedback about before. And if you want to help support the channel and show us some love, please, you can find Buy Me a Coffee downstairs, and you can show us support, show us love, and thank you. Let's check in, guys.
5 supercars to top Jew's house, yes?
And it hit us right then. It's like, what's life?
You think the dude in the hat in the corner isn't with him, but he's with him.
Flew all the way to.
So basically here, guys, they're going to speak how they met him. It's behind this. There is a, if you want, we can do the check-in behind the scene, like how before they would do the podcast, how it went. And this one, they're going to speak how it went, what they feel and stuff like this. So it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be interesting. It's 2 days ago, I think, and he have 1 million. I don't know how.
Romania.
It's like God lifted me into a different realm.
He was so happy. He's like, bro, you're good. You're good. You're really good.
Patrick was the reason I even got to meet Andrew.
It was like a mushroom trip, but sober.
Guards all over with guns, and I'm just like clipping my nails.
Just playing, I don't fight, I do pray. I only go the way of Mr. Yahweh.
It's not often I sit down with somebody and they say something that makes me think. Bro, this was great.
I love you guys.
Will you give me something to think about?
My own damn way.
I had a lot of fun on this interview.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the podcast of George start becoming very viral, and he's really good at interviewing people. We didn't see it in the Paul Logan, in his podcast. He was speaking some dumb shit. I don't know what they were speaking about. I watched some clips. They were just random shit. But in his podcast, he make you think. He speak really good things, and he know what to say. And he have I will say he have a better IQ here.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the George Janko Show. Dude, a lot has changed. This year has started out so incredible. So incredible. Reed, how are you feeling, my friend?
So good, bro.
By the way, dude, not for nothing. You've blossomed.
Thank you, bro.
You are beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
You're a good-looking
We've gone
dude.
through a lot of different stages while living in LA.
Do you
and
have a
working for you
picture?
the whole time.
Do you have a picture of you when you came to my
100%.
house? Could you
Yep.
just show that real quick?
Like the long hair.
Yeah, the
one.
beanie,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Craigslist vibe.
Here I am. I've changed.
Dude, you're just like...
And also, but like, I feel like LA hasn't changed me. You know,
No,
like
no,
some
no, no,
people,
no, no,
it's
no.
like, oh, they moved to LA.
all joking aside,
Yup.
me and Reed were getting like emotional, probably because of what happened with the show, you know, and we worked very hard to get this to where the whole team, not just us, but like, we were on the phone, we were getting really emotional, and we surrounded ourselves with good people. So I not only know for a fact Hollywood did not change you, but God put a good friend like you to remind me to like, yo, I gotta, even though I never change, it's good to be around people that don't change and that stick to their roots. But speaking of change, so it's a little change. It's a tiny change. Tiny little change. Last season, in season 1, a lot of you guys that tuned in would know that my co-star, that is no longer right here, was my girlfriend. Well, I no longer have a girlfriend, but I do have a fiance. Yeah!
Oh, okay, he triggered us. All right. Oh, congratulations. He really triggered me. What the fuck? Well,
I'm
congratulations.
so happy for us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for us. I was trying so hard not to cry. You were talking. She's like,
Really?
Yeah, I was like, there's no way the first shot's gonna be of me crying, bro.
Well, it would have showed that you loved me more, but that's so fun. We never really, you know what's so funny? Because when I was taking my notes down, because we have so much to unpack, so much to
So
unpack.
much, yeah.
But the most important, I feel like, to unpack is our relationship. And I realized we never really had an episode where we got to dive deep a little bit about us. You know, we talk about us when it's there.
Yeah.
And we described how we are. But we got so good at not posting our relationship and keeping it between us and God that, like, we got super used to the fact of, like, not sharing. And this news it was something that we were both obviously excited to share, but we didn't even know like.
Well, also, it literally just happened.
Yeah, it just
Like,
happened.
we've been gone for a couple months.
Yeah.
You proposed about, like...
2
was
days
that
ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah. And by the way, nothing feels different. Like when I look at it, I go, I have butterflies. Oh, that's different.
Yes.
I do get butterflies.
I've had butterflies like 24/7. Like 24/7. Like if I'm not around him, because our family's been here, you know, and his parents were here, and both my parents were here, which is huge because my dad lives in France, and so he came out to visit. And when I be around them, I'm just like, oh, you know, normal. And then as soon as I come out and I be next to you, it's like, like instant like butterflies all over again.
I will admit, this is going to sound very chauvinistic, so just a little warning label on this.
You did interview Andrew Tate.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, by the way, we're definitely circling back to that, and we have a lot to unpack about that, but I want to stick to my love real quickly.
Course.
So I had many ideas on how I wanted to propose. All of them indicated a bit very personal, just us. But then her best friend, Michelle, was like, hey, I realize that you're not recording this. And I said, yeah, no, I'm not. And she's like, what are you talking about? She goes, you record everything. And I go, yeah, but there's some things that should just be between us. And she goes, that's so cute, but stupid because she needs to see it. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. She probably just because I think we're not going to post it, to me, it's like, why are we even shooting it? You know, that's like, that was such a bad thought. But yeah, so then I had to rethink of some ideas, and I actually told her all of my ideas. I'm not going to get into like all my ideas, but I listed all
Super
the
cute.
different
I've heard
ways.
all of them. They were all horrible.
Yeah.
This was the good one. This was the good one.
Well,
They're cute.
an opportunity fell in my lap, and I got to meet her father for the first time. And like, he's my best friend already. Like, I love this man. And actually, my whole family loves him. Jessica has like a crush on him. It's kind of weird,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
Whoa!
such a like.
Jessica is super attracted to my dad.
and we just had a great time, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to ask for his permission in front of the whole family for the first time. Both of our families were there, and I thought maybe.
Keep talking, bro.
Weird.
And
so quiet.
And we were. I love you so much.
That was
dude.
awesome.
I love you.
Don't cry,
Bro.
Janko. Do
So
not
much.
cry.
And-
Don't cry.
And before I asked my best friend to spend her life with me, I was just so nervous,
George-
man. Like,
It's not supposed to cry, guys. It's not on public. You can cry, but not on public. Never show tears in public.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a little graphic. I kept having to go to the bathroom. Like, I got bubble guts, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. And it was so funny because I kept having to like snap myself out of it because Belle was like showing me pictures that her father brought of her as a kid, and I could tell that she's like, dude, why are you not paying attention right
Yeah,
now?
like I
Because
looked
I
up
was
at him.
zoning out.
He's like looking up. I'm
But
like,
while she's showing me the pictures, I'm seeing her hand, and I realized that's the last time I'll see her hand as my girlfriend without a ring on it. So I couldn't stop looking at
I'm
it.
gonna
and-
start crying, bro.
And
can I have tissues?
no. Dude, this is great, by the way. This is making us
This is
look
really
very
good.
good.
You're really selling it.
you.
You're
Keep
really
crying.
selling it.
You're really good at acting, dude.
You really did use the tear stick, huh? I thought you were gonna skip that.
Oh my god, that's so funny. And we're all gonna go to dinner, and my thought process was to do it in the house, so that way on the way there, while she's, this is our first time ever being together. I wanted her to have the ring on her. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want. I don't know why. I just felt like that was the way to do it. I was super nervous.
Guys, I would like to know how you, for the people who are married, how they propose, because my proposal was really crazy. My wife is there, so I don't want to speak loudly. It was really crazy. But I want to hear like how you propose, guys. Because me, I bought the ring. I took it. I give her in her hand. I took the ring, I give it in her hand, and I say like, hide it. I didn't steal it, no, I didn't steal it. I really bought it. But in all cases, I say, put it in the bag. I say, put it in your pocket. I'm married now. Oh, shit. That's why I'm speaking slowly, guys. That's why I'm speaking slowly. I don't want to speak loudly. You can hear me. Anyway, let's get back.
I basically told all these girls how I was doing it to catch their
Smart.
Yeah, dudes are like, oh, nice. Like they don't like.
You got a ring?
Oh, just make sure you like, you know, like you don't forget the ring or like the stupidest like.
At a KFC, that's tight.
Yeah, and girls like you could tell if it's good, but if they're like the higher their hands are, like if it's like, oh, that's like really good, but if it just like,
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
oh, you know, it's so funny. I kept pulling out the ring and looking at it because I don't care about jewelry at all. I had to do my homework on jewelry before this, and but my God, when I knew that was like my promise to you, I just couldn't stop looking at it, and I was very.
I would also understand in the culture of. I am coming from a culture, Algerian culture, traditional Algerian culture. So I don't know how it goes in your country, but I would like to hear how it goes in your country when it comes to this kind of marriage and proposal and stuff like this. Because you go to propose, for example, in Algeria, the woman go and choose the ring, and then you all bought it for her. This is how it works. So we don't know how. I don't know understand how it. You know, it's like she see it, she like it, and then she tell you about it, and you go buy it and then give her to her. That's traditional in Algeria.
Infatuated, so I was getting super excited to show people, and when we got here, like an idiot, she's talking to her dad. Everybody's getting to know each other, and I grabbed Simi. By the way, Simi's my best friend. Simi, I've known her for almost 10 years. We've been next door neighbors. We're roommates. Like when I look at her, I see the eyes of my own sister. Like that. So when I first saw her, I was like, I gotta show her. So I bust out the ring, and she just goes, oh, like this, and she puts her hand, and then Belle turns around, and I just like put the ring away.
Were you showing it to her here?
Like they were just
Right
like
outside,
a car.
like
They
an
were just around the other side of the car.
Jesus,
And I'm
bro.
looking at her through the window, so I'm like, I could just, you know, like peep.
You got a little too
Yeah.
comfortable, dude.
Got too comfortable.
Yeah.
This is the best part. I straight up gaslit her. As soon as she came, she's like, what are you guys doing? I was like, nothing. She's like, no, what are you guys doing? Like, I just saw your guys' faces. And I was just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you coming at us with this? And I'm like, fucking just trying to spin this shit.
Because I was like, what's wrong? I come around the corner, Simi's like this. And I'm like, what's
And my face is like
wrong?
this.
And yeah, she told me it was because you told her it was going to happen tonight. And so she was like it's going to happen tonight.
And just to be clear, you had no idea.
I truly, like, I had no idea. I thought maybe, like, the last few months, I was like, maybe he's gonna do it in the summer, you know? Like, I don't know. I thought maybe in, like, 6 months.
Oh,
like, I don't know,
fuck.
maybe
You
this-
should have done it during the summer, bro.
No, I just thought, like, the time, because...
She starts to go, she's like, I just thought it would be special. I thought it would be like in a good setting. Like,
Are you kidding
with
me?
the-
No, I just thought it was like, I just thought it was gonna be like, you know, in 6 months type thing. Like, that's just what I
Right.
was like, I had a feeling. I was like, maybe, or maybe next year. I don't know how much time he's gonna, like, I don't know.
But
'Cause
also your mind
you-
was like later, not now.
Yeah, and
Like,
he'd been randomly asking me about, you know, like, my...
Was I good at it,
my
or was
ring
it like was it like
size.
too like noticeable? Because I started getting everything ready,
Well-
and then I was like, I don't even know what
how
her
do you
finger
ask
is like.
your girlfriend for her ring size?
So
Without
check
them-
this out.
Okay.
She randomly brought up rings, and I was like, yeah, I was like, and then I go, wait a second. I go, speaking of your ring, dude, like, how does a man even know like what ring to get? Like that, just like super organic.
Nice.
And then she was like, and I was like, oh fuck, back up. And then I was like, I don't need to know right now. And then like she still didn't tell me. Like, take the hit, bro.
Damn.
Like, I'm
didn't
trying to
know.
go get your shit measured.
I know, I didn't.
And she got it measured, but like I already got the ring set because I took a guess. Like I like off of her like guessing her own hands and then asking other girls and like she is not a 7.5. And
yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
not. I'm 6 1/4.
I told the girl about jewelry, and she was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm so excited." And I showed her a picture of Belle. She goes, the first thing she goes, "That girl is not 7." And I was like, "Oh."
There was one time where we were talking about shoes, and I was like, yeah, you know, like my shoe size 7. I think I was talking about your mom's size shoes. Oh, because I got her shoes. So I was like, yeah, your mom's size shoe is 7, and I'm a 7. And he goes, oh, so like your fingers are the same size as your shoes? And I was like,
Jesus.
That was like the third or fourth time. I was like, "Oh, like."
Unreal.
And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, dude, like, come on, dude. I even asked her mother. I asked her friends. Nobody knows. I did mess up though.
what do you mean messed up?
We were at dinner. And like fireworks are going off. Like this is just the night. We're having a great time. Like
This is after you proposed.
yeah,
the
yeah,
night
yeah,
of, okay.
yeah. And by the way, also shout out to Reed. I literally go, hey man, I want to record the whole night. He goes, all right, yeah, no problem. And I was like, cool. You coming to Masters? He goes,
You didn't
absolutely.
say you wanted to record the whole
I
night.
said I wanted to record
No.
the whole thing.
You said, come over, grab the camera. There'll be like a little kickback, film a little.
But I
then,
just don't-
what are you?
but you
do you want to
weren't-
come to the dinner?
you
And I was
weren't-
like, yeah.
You weren't recording the proposal. What did you think? You were just like the
Well, then-
reactions, like the review afterwards?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It
well,
was very good. Well,
I'm
if
glad
you're
you
gonna-
were
if
there.
you're-
I
If
was
you
glad
want me
you were
there to
there.
record, why would I not record the proposal? That was my thought process.
my thought process is like, if I
If,
only.
like, you want me to come over and record like the kickback afterwards?
Anyways, so Reed and his future fiance is next to him.
Oh, okay.
By the way, bro, now I can say it. Hey, don't be that guy that always has to be like, "When are you guys getting married?" I've never wanted to punch dudes in the face more.
It gets
It's
just a
so
lot.
disrespectful, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I got something going, dog, and I would always push back when people said that because I wouldn't want her to ever think that I did it because of the pressure.
Yeah. Like,
Because
why
they're
did you do it? Because
yeah,
there's
so
always
so
dudes
I was like,
pressing
all
you
right, now
about
I
it.
have to
or-
wait a little bit longer because they just asked me on my podcast and like, yeah, but
I think people just get excited. I think about our relationship, and we've been together for a while, so they're like, "Oh, when?" But sometimes it would get like adults would be like, "When is it gonna be, dude? You gotta do it. You gotta do it now. Come on, you gotta do it now." And it's like,
To be honest, as much as I like Georgia, I just want to know behind the scene of how he was with Andrew Tate. That's all I want to know for now. Anyway,
relax. Like we have our thing. We know what we, you know what I mean. We've talked about it in depth.
I was weighing my options. Is she gonna be the one for me? But I was gonna...
No, we just talked about it in depth. Like we knew. So, but yeah.
What a crazy! I can't believe we're even talking. Oh,
We're
dude, we have
engaged.
so much to even unpack. So like now we're starting our fairy tale. You know, like
Yeah.
this is our journey.
Congratulations,
Thank
guys.
you,
Thank
thank
you.
you. And then now to kind of move on for our future, like this show took off in a different direction.
And congratulations, by the way. What a phenomenal job that you did.
Thank you.
Truly.
Oh, and you know what? We could unpack why you weren't there.
Okay.
Many reasons. Well, first and foremost, Belle still wants a career in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very tough thing to
say
be
that?
involved. Well, I mean, Avi, I told it to his face. Did I not tell you what I said to him while we were peeing next to
Yeah,
each
you
other?
told me where you're paying, but not on camera.
So let me just unfold. We're gonna go into the saga of Andrew Tate because I've been dying
Romania.
to talk about this. Doom, 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 doom. Where's that? Where's that from? TMZ. So in the beginning of season 1, we're recording BTS, and I told my whole team, I go, at the end of the year, I'm going to record with Andrew Tate,
He said that.
and it's going to change my life. Don't know why, but I saw it. I saw it there, and I'm gonna get into that later on when I
because yeah, that's true. I didn't even know he had a podcast till I see the picture. Like, oh, it's coming! Oh, it's coming! Like Andrew and George is coming. The podcast is coming. I didn't know that he had a podcast. So that's for sure changed his life, and he get a lot of millions in it. And he did the second season also. With the first episode was with Andrew Tate. So yeah, I think he's changed his life.
bring up my journal and like not talking about manifestation, but while I was there, I had to think of like different steps. Like, okay, I don't want to put my girlfriend in a situation. I don't know the man. You know what I mean? I know him from online, but I'd be dumb to put the love of my life in jeopardy if I don't know the man. So we go to Romania, and I'm asking the people in the town, like, do you know Andrew Tate? Oh yeah. Everybody had positive reviews. I meet the guy. We meet the guy.
We meet the guy.
Phenomenal human being. Like a very sweet guy. Like you could tell that he's truly in a stage of wanting to learn and be better, and it's not an act. And that's why we get into the conversations that we get into. But in between part 1 and part 2, I got comfortable with him. I knew that we were both on the page of respecting each other. And I'm starting to learn that this isn't an act. This man is who he says he is. So we're on our way to the bathroom, and my God, this guy is like the mafia, bro. Like he has, bro, you think the dude in the hat in the corner isn't with him, but he's with him, and he
Oh,
has
really?
eyes on you, bro.
It was
Like,
crazy.
He is like, he moved around like the president, bro. It was
Wow.
quite intimidating.
But he
so-
wasn't trying to prove anything to anybody.
Never. I was finding
Like
them
if we
out
were
as
just
I was walking around.
it felt like we were alone with him.
Yes.
But then you look around and there's like
Oh, really?
3 dudes outside with earpieces outside
Yeah.
the doors, and it's like, oh, okay.
Like one
It's
guy
not
behind the
just
lock.
us and
Oh,
Andrew.
bro, it was
yeah.
just, I
It was
noticed it when he was
wild.
walking. A guy was reading a newspaper and got up, and he said, "No, you're good." And I thought it was just like a random guy
way.
that was sitting down.
Crazy.
It was
These just people posted up.
Yeah.
posted. Like,
Wow.
I like if you ever tried to do something with this guy, I would rethink it. This guy
Yeah.
has probably eyes on everything you're doing. So, that's not me just saying it. Like, truly. So we're on our way to the bathroom, and I go, we're just talking, we're shooting the shit, and he turns to me. He's like, "This is going very well," and I was like, "Thank you."
Literally halftime. You guys are having like a halftime huddle.
And
Keep this up, man.
when I was going into this, I was not only nervous, but I just knew that everything that we worked on rest on this. Because I knew that people had a version of me in their head that they haven't seen. And so I was
Exactly.
just begging God, be there with me. Make sure I'm prepared.
Exactly, because we all know him when he was doing Vine, how he's funny, engaging, he know how to talk. So we didn't see that version, and everything was posted in that podcast with Andrew. So when we saw how he went, where you understand how
Make
his
sure that
mind
like
worked.
whatever I'm saying or I'm doing is really going to touch people's hearts, open up a conversation. Even if you disagree with me, you could at least see it from my point of view, and we could have a common ground of discussion. And my God, did he deliver? I knew God was delivering this 2 minutes into the conversation. So by the time we go into the bathroom in the between part 1 and part 2, we're already like, we're messing with each other. We're already at inside jokes. Like, we're very, very comfortable. And I turned to him, I go, "Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so scared of you, bro. Like, I did not want to bring my girl around here. What would we do? Like, I thought about it. What would I do? What would I do if you looked at me and goes, okay, I'm taking your girl now? And like, what am I doing? I have nothing. I can't do anything. I got Reed and DaVinci. You know what I mean? Like, what are we going to do about it? Say
Sorry,
goodbye
man,
to
she's gotta
Bella?
go.
Like, there's nothing we can do. So I told Bella, I was like, "Bella, I'm sorry. You're kicking back on this one." And she was like, "I'm okay." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So that's why you weren't on that one. But,
Yeah, that's why.
but dude, like, I'm so excited we get to talk about this, bro. And the feedback on this was incredible. So I actually do want to say hello. Hello to the new faces, because
I'm a new
Dude.
face.
I've never grown in subscribers or Instagram followers or anything in my life like this, dude. Like, and so me and him do message each other. We still keep in contact, and I really appreciate having somebody that I could sharpen my brain with, right? Just because we don't agree with each other on a lot of things doesn't mean I can't learn from him and he can't learn from me.
Love it.
And when we were at the house, so when we went to dinner that night,
Which we didn't know. Like, when you go and you have a podcast guest and it's like your mutuals and it's like, this is business. We left the interview being like, bro, like, what if we like, do you think we'll see him again? Like, we flew all the way to Romania. We don't know. And if we don't see him again, it's totally fine.
yeah.
But it's like, yo, we flew all the way to Romania for like this podcast. Do you think like he'll invite us to his house? Do you
Like,
think
we're
maybe
just
we'll
like-
go out to dinner with him?
Yeah, like, and you know what? That's what I love about us, bro. We're so professional.
Yeah.
But we also enjoy this like kids.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We're not trying to put up a front like, "Oh, dude, yeah, he's lucky to interview me." No, bro. I was
No, hell
grateful
no.
to be there, bro. Like, I knew this was gonna put my career in a different level. Why am I gonna sit here and act like anything else besides joyful and grateful, right?
Yeah.
So he leaves. We literally couldn't even move. We sat there and we just knew. The conversation went so well. We just sat in the room quietly and we were just looking at each other. And it was so funny because DaVinci goes, "Where did you go? Like, where did you go?" And I had all these notes, but like, bro, I can't explain it, dude. It's like God literally lifted me into a different realm. It was like what he was saying. It was like I was so prepared for it. Like my heart was ready for it. And after that, I was like, even if we don't hang out with him, we got what I believe the world needed to see for us to begin our next chapter.
We did it.
Well, it was just so like, because I think this is the thing, is that like we see this side of you every single day. But
So thank you for saying that, bro.
yeah,
Well said.
Because that is such a perfect way of saying it. This is the real me, but for some reason I didn't show it. I had this like, it's so funny. This episode set me free, bro. I just realized that, how I really am is what they want. And like, I'm done with the facades and like talking about shit that I don't care about or acting like things that I don't care about. Like, I guess because I grew in the social media realm, it was always 50-50. Show who you are, what you represent, but also do what they like. So you could get their attention.
Yeah, the internet is pretty much like that. Say what you want, but not much what you want, but give them what they like. Do much more they like. That's why you see a lot of people on the internet acting like clowns, jumping and making dumb shit things. You can see them. It's all over the internet, dancing and shit. You can dance. I'm not saying you cannot dance, but there's some limits. You cannot act as a clown. And pretty much he wasn't really good anyway. He was talking about dumb shit in other podcasts. We know.
And once I realized that I could do that by just being myself, the amount of emails, DMs, and messages and tweets and mentions of people being like, thank you for just being real. I was like, okay, this is going to be season 2. I'm not going to chase the views. I'm going to chase
The real.
the impact. Like, what is it unloading? Like, are we talking about a streamer that's doing nonsense? Are we talking about things that we should be really covering and showing our hearts? Now, that doesn't mean we always have to be serious, but I'm not going to stretch for the laugh. Because I feel like I was trying to make people laugh all the time. And the one comment that changed my heart is in that interview, I didn't want to be funny. But that was the comments that I saw. Oh, George is really funny. And I realized I became a tryhard because I was so insecure and I was so scared of where I was going to go next. This thing changed my life. It made me confident again. It was. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you nailed it. And like, this is it. Like, and that's what I was scared of. I was scared that people were gonna watch that, see my old stuff, and be like, "Oh, he changed to fit this because it did so well." But in the truth is like, that was me. That really was me.
You literally just spoke from a place of love. You came from a place of love and just talking about what you truly believe in and what you truly care about and what you've learned. And you were able to bring out a side of him that no one's ever seen. Like, he was just so likable, funny, the way he looked at
But this girl, is she French? Is she French? Really? She doesn't look French.
you and
I don't know.
smile. Like you could see his inner child. And no other interviewer has ever been able to bring that side out of him, which was so incredible. And not only the Andrew Tate episode, but also when you were on the PBD podcast with Bishop Mari Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Also
Same week.
Crazy.
Week. Thank you for.
Also, I'm gonna react to. I'm not gonna react. I'm gonna watch it. Only Bassem with the the podcast to PBD. Also, I'm gonna watch it. It's 2 hours. It's really interesting. They speak about the war and speak about everything in the world. It's really interesting. I like PBD podcast, but I'm not gonna react to it. But if you want, I can do a reaction. If not, then I'm gonna watch it directly. After I drop this, I'm gonna see the comment, guys.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say Patrick was the reason I even got to meet Andrew, and I'll circle back to that when you're finished. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Not at all. And that was just wrapping up. Is that in those two podcasts back to back, it's wonderful. People can see your thoughtful wisdom and conversational skills because that is who you are. And that's how, and your humor comes out because you're just being yourself and you're just like talking from your heart.
I really appreciate you saying that. And thank you for everybody who has already subscribed and just believed in me.
Yeah.
It's so cool to watch the world shift. And to be honest, like when I left Impulsive, it did. I was scared and I was confused and I was lost and I was frustrated and I was angry. But God kept telling me, be quiet, keep moving. Be quiet, keep moving. I want to go back to Patrick David because he said something that's personal behind closed doors that really I saw him talk about me on his podcast, and he was talking about me being an interviewer and how proud he was of me. And when I interviewed
You have to understand also, if he's saying Impulsive, like with Paul, he would never interview Andrew Tate or PBD, really this kind of really intellectual people who have a brain and they think they know what they say. He would never go like that.
Patrick, in the middle of it, I could tell that while he was looking at me, he was like, "Oh, you're a lot more than I thought you were." And then I could tell that afterwards when he invited me over to his house, he looked at me like, not like his son, but maybe a son like somebody who's like he truly cared about me. And I felt safe when I was talking to him. And the words that he said, I just wanted to make it very known. Like, I very much really appreciate you, Patrick. Like, not only did you give me the opportunity to interview you and show people what I'm like on your platform, but you're not a jealous human being, and you're so confident in your own success that while I was out at a level that maybe I'm not right now, you put your hand out, you grabbed me, and you introduced me to a man that took me to a different level in my industry. And there wasn't like, what am I going to get out of this? It was, what can I do for you? And to be honest, it made me excited because I was losing faith in people that are doing really well, and I was getting kind of scared of working with people and
Bitter.
and not bitter, but like also just tired of going back to the door that God's closing for me. And I'm realizing that if I just put God at the center, then things start moving in the directions.
We have in in the religion say when Allah closed the door for you, He opened another one for you. No matter what, you have to understand. No matter what, when a door is open for you, means there is another door. When a door is closed for you, means another door gonna be open for you. That's basically. I believe he's also a good Christian about it. That's why he have faith, a high faith. He's a good Christian.
That it's meant to be. But let's time travel back. We're in Romania, and
The thing that you've been talking about for the past 3 months just happened.
yes,
That was
but-
also, we were sitting there in that room and it was like, bro, you've been manifesting this for half a year. And you would always say, how do you feel about this, Reed? We're going to interview Andrew Tate. And I was like, bro, like until it happens, I can't process that.
Yeah.
Like I can't think about it. Like when we're in Romania and we hit cut and we just wrapped the Andrew Tate podcast, then I'll be able to, and we just were sitting there like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's I want to say this. Daydreaming. They made a bad image of daydreaming lately. Oh, you're just gonna sit there and daydream and your life's gonna go past you, and like until I had to separate myself from everything, the only thing I had left over was my dreams. And I just sat there and I go, okay, I want to be there. And then I saw this TikTok of this man, and he was like, God will give you the vision of the end, but He won't tell you how to get there because that journey belongs to you and Him with faith. And so I saw where God wants to take me. And while I saw that, at the same time, all these YouTubers are making YouTube videos about me failing. People that claim that they're my friends are using me as clickbait, bashing me. My peers are stepping on me to go above me. And I sat there and I go, well, if God's going to change everybody's heart about me, it's going to take a significant difference. And so I sat there and I go, God, like, who would I have a conversation with that would give me the opportunity to like show people who I am? And I just saw Andrew in my head. And I was like, okay, God, I don't know how this is going to happen.
You've never told me that before. That's crazy.
That's why I would always come up to you and be like, yo, we're going to interview Andrew Tate. Every day I would tell you that. I go, we're going to interview Andrew Tate. And by the way, I've never talked to the man, and I don't even know how to get to the man.
Yeah.
But when I got the news that I was going to do Patrick but David, God showed me. He goes, that's the man. And I go, whoa. So I told Reed, I go, I'm going to interview Patrick, and from that, Andrew's going to come out. And I'll never forget it, bro. We were in, we were on our way to shoot with Gideon, and I looked at my phone. We were at the gym and I dropped it. And Reed looks at me. He goes, what happened? I go, bro, Andrew Tate just reposted the clip of Patrick Bet-David and I.
Oh yeah, we were in that little tiny hotel gym.
Exactly the way that I pictured it. So I took a breath. I go, God, give me the wisdom. Where do you want me to go? Do you want me to directly message him? How do you want me to go about this? And a lot of times you don't want to ask somebody, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you go reach out to that guy? Because it's disrespectful. I can't go to Patrick and be like, Patrick, could you help me get this guy that you worked very hard to have a relationship with? It's disrespectful because one, you're like, what, is my relationship with you not good enough? And then two, it's like, oh, is this why you even did this? So there's a lot of steps that I didn't want to disrespect because I never want to disrespect anybody. And so I sat there and I was like, all right, God, what do you want me to do? And God was like, yo, go to Patrick immediately. And I was like, okay, dude. I said, hey, Pat, if you don't want to do this, I totally understand. But I just saw that Andrew reposted my clip. He goes, brother, I'm on it. Wait. Not even an hour later, I get a DM from Andrew. And I'm like, till this day, I randomly text Patrick and I go, dude, like, you realize when I go get a pizza now and people are running up to me going like, bro, your Andrew Tate episode, blah, 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 blah. I go, dude, this is all because like you had no jealousy in your heart, bro. Like you knew that episode was going to take me to different. He told me before I even shot that, he goes, bro, he goes, just wait. He goes, you have no idea how many people are going to side with you. And so all these people are saying this and I'm like, okay, don't get too excited, bro. Like, don't get too excited. But then my best friend said something that really like shaped my heart. He goes, bro, you realize you were shooting with people that don't have your views. They don't have your mindset. So you're kind of like, think of it as stand-up. You're performing for not your audience. And he goes, and how hard is it to perform when it's not your audience? And I go,
You could be saying the funniest jokes in the world.
Almost impossible sometimes.
Yeah.
When this episode released, when we finished the episode, Andrew got up, looked me right in my eyes, right in front of you guys. He goes, this one's going to go crazy. you brought it. And I was like, whoa. Like, imagine like the whole year you're telling your friends this is going to happen. And then the dude that you're pretending you know literally just said that to your face. And I was like, I could pee my pants right now and like be completely fine. So we go upstairs. We're like quiet and we're like little girls. We're like, dude, do you think he's going to hit us up? Like, where are we going to go? He's going to show us around. Like,
Waiting for a text message?
Yeah. So finally, like, I was like, guys, listen, we're done waiting around. This guy's he's a grinder. He's probably taking over a different like thing right
He's
now.
invading another country. Or
And
something.
by the way, a lot of people ask me, is he like that in real life? More.
Yeah.
He's
But with
he's holding back.
And with a
we'll
huge
get to-
smile on his face, too.
We're gonna get the Volt. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But oh my God, he's holding back, way holding back. And we sit at a restaurant. We take off our jackets. We hang them up. We sit down. We order our food. They go. We waited 10 minutes. Bing, address. Meet me here. This. We got up. Don't bring the
Gone.
food. Don't even bring the
wait,
food. We
really?
left money.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah.
left. Bounce.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we get to the restaurant, and Tristan comes around. Now,
In that trench coat.
no homo. No homo.
Crazy, bro.
Dude's a hunk, bro.
Oh my God.
I saw this dude standing in front of me. I was like, thank God my girlfriend's not here. Oh my God. He just came in and he came in with a SWAT team of people.
Yeah.
And he walked in. This is me. So you're the camera. He looked like this, looked right at me. And I went like this to get up, like, hey, hi. And he's like, talked to his friends. They like separated. And I was like, I sat back down. I go, okay, maybe he doesn't know who I am yet. I'll wait until Andrew comes. He goes, hi, shakes his hand. And I was like, in my head, I go, we are never going to be friends. This guy hates my guts.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably like, why is my brother making me hang out with this guy? Like, I don't want to hang out with this guy. It took maybe 1 hour. And I think that guy's one of my favorite human beings I've ever met. Like we got along so well. And I'm so excited. We already plan to do an episode together, God willing, in the future, again with Andrew. And I would love to run it with Tristan because that guy is deep too. So we get to the restaurant, we have a great time, and then Andrew goes, you know, I played this video game, and I'm trying to get Andrew to play Fortnite with me, and he won't do it. So I go, how about this? If Reed could beat you in this video game, you have to play Fortnite. Now. Everybody just gets up, and I'm like, oh, we're just going to his compound right now.
Hold on. What did he eat?
We just all had steaks.
Nice.
And by the way,
there
you
were
know-
some vegetables. There were some vegetables, though.
Bro,
Nice.
Some roasted veg.
It's so funny because, like, bro, we were just laughing. He felt like they just felt like good friends, and like they felt like it was weird, man. When I was sitting with them, I was just like, it's sad that they have the rep that they have because I could tell how they respect each other and they care for each other. Is like truly how me and my good friends treat each
Brotherhood.
other. And so it was really cool to see that. So we get to his house, and sorry, we don't even get to that. We go outside, and so I'm about to call an Uber, and he goes, no. This gentleman's gonna take you. Now, this guy. Have you ever watched Despicable Me? You know what I mean? Have you ever seen Despicable
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
The main guy,
He's
Groot.
kind of wears what you're wearing right now.
Oh, bro, all of them were what I was
Yeah.
wearing. They're all like, these are like marine-driven, like
Yeah.
armed to the teeth, like they are
Ex-military, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Bro, we get in the car.
Just us and a driver.
Yes.
I told you behind the scene is really interesting. You need to go deep to understand how it was. But from all the interviews that they did, they all speak that they are genuine, nice human beings. So I don't know how people just hate them because of some clips.
And he's
Andrew,
like,
they're all in different cars.
You come with me.
Yeah.
Come with me. And I was like, okay. So we get in, and he turns to me and goes, to Top G's house, yes? And I go, yes. And then in the maps, you could type in Top G's house on Uber, on anywhere. It's Top G's house. And I'm like, a little invasive. I go,
Yeah.
but kind of cool. You know what I mean? So we get in, and bro, like, me and Reed, I knew it wasn't in my head because while this was happening, me and Reed just looked at each other. Because there's like 5 supercars.
Yeah. It was a
Now the-
movie moment,
Bro,
dude.
bro. The whole block
Movie
was like
moment.
Was he wearing
vibrating.
sunglasses?
No, it's at nighttime. All of us are around. So he has his drivers that are armed around the cars, and then in the cars that are driving you, they're armed. So it's like, bro, like I felt like I was hanging out with Putin, bro. Like I was
Yeah.
like, we're protected. Like
Yeah.
nobody's gonna touch
And then
us.
there's just George and I in the backseat, like,
Like this. And Davidge in the front confidently, you got an ox? And the guy's like, don't worry, I got music. And then I'm not it was like this
Yeah.
it was like a
yeah, it was some club music.
like yeah, it was just like a Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
And so me and Reed just put on our seatbelts, and they're like in.
It's like a video game.
It literally looks like a video game.
And it's raining out too.
Bro.
It was
While he's driving, he's like, look at this viral video of me at the court. And I'm like, yo, like, please look at the road, bro. Like, and like, dude, just, they owned the street. And I'm like, they're not going to get pulled over. They are the cops. Like, this is a movie, and I'm glad I'm here for it.
So funny. I told my sister that story, and she laughs about it. She brings it up all the time. She'll go to Tub G's house. Boom,
and
boom,
George
boom,
and I
boom,
looked
boom.
at each other right then. He's a to Top G's house, and it hit us right then. It's like, what's life, bro? There's this Russian armed guy. We're in like this high-end Beamer, and we're in Romania, and he's saying to Top G's house, and he means it.
Yeah, yeah.
We get to the house, and like,
It's a compound.
it's a compound, but it's also like it's homey at the same time because they're like they're doing the thing, and then they're like, "Yo, we're gonna go into this like I don't know." It was like a. By the way, I'm not gonna mention the security realms around this, but let's just say it's like very very protected, and we walk into this like I would say it's like a vault thing like that where we were having cigars and like chilling.
Oh yeah, I think that it was like a cigar lounge area. I don't know exactly. They have the war room. I don't think that's where we were.
I think it was the cigar lounge room.
Yeah.
It wasn't the war room.
It
wasn't
a
where
vibe,
they shoot.
though, dude.
It was like this other area, and dude, like, it was that hour that we were there.
You also passed the Smash.
I passed
The
the
Smash where Andrew
Oh,
and I, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Not that I really want to talk about it, but
What?
Well, so we had a bet, and I'm watching Reed play video games with Andrew, and it
1v1.
low key.
I don't know if anybody plays Ultimate or Smash, but like you started
actually,
it and you did.
you should talk about this part
Yeah,
because
he
I don't
did.
know this game. So,
So
I
if you
don't-
play Smash Ultimate, he like chose a random stage and it wasn't like a battlefield or anything. It had like random things. Then he had items on, and I was like, no, no. I pressed start. I canceled out. I'm like, no, we need battlefield, no items, and just go at it. And bro, it was so close. It
So, wait, was it the-
so
it was the
close. It was
racing?
down to last hit.
do you know what
Was
it
it racing, yeah?
No, it's a fighting game. It's Smash, so it's like a platformer. And
Oh, you guys are wrestling in the Mario.
To be honest, dude, I can't
thought
even
it
make
was
fun
like-
of her
That was close.
because
That
like
was
it's low.
close.
I'm on the same
it's
page. as her. I don't
Nintendo.
know.
It's Nintendo. So
This
it's
whole
like
time I thought you were playing Mario Kart.
no,
What?
no, it's a fighting game. It's
This
a
whole
fighting
time
game.
I thought you guys were competing in Mario
No.
Kart.
I wasn't
Mario
even
Kart's
playing.
sick, but no, it was Smash. I chose Samus. He chose Link, and we had 5 stocks, and it went all the way down to 1 stock versus 1 stock.
Bro, it was crazy.
It
It was
was- I
literally
think
like a boxing match.
it was-
I was more
it was down
nervous
to
about
last
that than
hit.
watching Jake like fight in front of me. Like I was just like, bro, there's a lot of
It
stakes
was
on this.
yeah, and it was like 5 stocks. He'd hit me down to 4. I'd hit him down
What
to
he
4.
said about Jake? What he said about Jake?
All the way down to 1 stock versus 1 stock.
Bro, it was crazy.
It
It was
was- I
literally like
think
a boxing match.
it was-
I was more
it was
nervous
down to
about
last
that than
hit.
watching Jake like fight in front of me. Like I was just like, bro, there's a lot of
It
stakes
was
on this.
yeah, and it was like 5 stocks. He'd hit me down to 4. I'd hit him down to 4. I'd hit him to 3.
Oh.
He'd get me to 3. It was like literally. It was so close.
That that was my favorite moment because I'm sitting back there and I'm watching. I'm so glad I recorded that moment.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I recorded that moment because I'm looking at my best friend that we built this dream off of, like doing our craft. And then I'm looking at one of the most influential human beings with a smile on his face like a child playing a video game. And I was like, dude, how did we get
I don't
here?
know, bro.
I just answered a Craigslist ad, dude.
What
Like-
the fuck, dude? That was crazy.
So he beats Reed, and so I don't get
And
to-
hey, he jumped up. He was so proud of that victory. He was so happy. He's like, bro, you're good. You're good. You're really good. Like he kept going on about how
There's
good I
a
was.
video that I saw. I think it was in your tags or something like that. Maybe he posted on one of his clubs.
Yeah, he had
And
a,
it's the
he had a
behind-
BTS of it.
Yeah, of him literally going, "You're good, you're good, you're good." I was like, "You should
he said
say
it
that."
was, I was the closest out of anybody in the house to beat him. And I, bro, if I could say that I beat Andrew Tate in Smash Bros.
You know, it's so
like,
funny. He goes up to me. He goes, "Yo, could you send me that video? I'm gonna text it to my friends." And mind you, me and Reed are very quiet about what we were doing. We don't share things
Yeah.
with people. We like the group knows, but like
And I'm
people
not one
off-
to run to social media and post on stuff. And like,
Yeah.
it's just not the vibe of us.
But a
We know.
random group chat, and you had no idea that your friend is going to Romania, and now you're just watching him play video games with Andrew Tate. Dude, that is hilarious.
yeah,
bro.
but your friends didn't know.
half of them did, half of them didn't, and I didn't text anything. I just sent a video, just a raw video. No, it was a screenshot. It was just a screenshot of it. It was like front facing and just me and Andrew, and both of us holding controllers, staring at the game.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah, that was a night, dude.
So we finished playing. Well, you guys finished playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this night can't get any better. We should probably leave. That way we're not like, do want to be a pest. We want to be a guest. So
Nice.
thank you. And so he goes, come, let's go over. Oh God, this is so funny. I didn't cut my nails, and I have this problem, bro. Like I don't bite my nails. And so I don't care about my nails, but people will randomly remind me to cut my nails. They'll be like, dude, cut your nails. It's gross. So I'm in Romania and I'm looking everywhere for fucking nail clippers, bro. And I can't find it. I go to the stores, I go to the lobby, I go to the spa, I can't find it. And so
I know why. I bet you anything. It's because they use nail scissors, not nail clippers. I know I'm just saying.
So we're on our way to the cigar lounge area of the house, and I see randomly golden
No clippers.
nail clippers, gold.
Huh,
And by the way, his lighters were like
He handed it to me.
$80,000. Like they were
It was
heavy. bro.
$50,000 lighter, and he handed it to me, and he's like, "Don't drop it." I was like, "Okay, Tristan." Yes, Tristan.
And so I go, Tristan, is that yours? And he goes, yeah. I go, can I borrow it? He goes, yeah. I grabbed it and I cut my nails. And it's so funny because you guys are all in the thing and I'm outside in the yard because I'm like, I don't know what to do in the house, right? So I'm outside in the yard and everybody's inside and it's super quiet in Romania. And I always have this joke in my head. It's called the time traveler guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that guy who time travels could only go to 2 seconds of life. So he time travels to that moment and he sees you for 2 seconds. And I start laughing to myself. I go, what would the guy think if he just saw me? Like, if I time traveled from the past here and it's me in Romania in front of Tom, jeez. It's like
You're out there
guards
by
all
yourself.
over with guns
Yeah.
and I'm just like clipping my nails.
Yeah,
It's
wait,
so
were
funny.
your nails really that bad that
They
you're
were
like,
so bad. They were bad
I've
that
got
when-
to clip them at.
So guys, I would like you to remind you about the design. Give me feedback still. I still didn't receive any feedback from you. So guys, I would like to know if you would like to purchase this kind of thing, which kind of design make you, it's nice for you. Like just text it in the comment.
G's house.
Babe, when I
Comment.
went like this and I dapped people,
Oh, you were scratching
I felt like
He
I was
brought
taking,
skin with him.
Yeah,
I mean, you literally, what was it?
that was that. Oh
you
yeah, that
took
happened
a chunk
yesterday.
out of my thumb.
So we go back into the cigar lounge, and me, you, and David got to see the deepest they go.
We went down the rabbit hole.
People were like coming up to us being like, yo, that podcast, part 1 and part 2 was crazy. If anybody would ever hear what we were talking about in that realm, I think it would be the greatest podcast ever exist. Like we all walked away a different person after they were explaining things to us.
And then we come back home, and I'm like trying to explain this shit to like my friends, my
It's
girlfriend. I'm
impossible.
like, I don't even know what to say.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
just went down the rabbit hole. It was like a mushroom trip, but sober.
yes.
Like I was like,
Wow.
dude, I just zoomed out of the world, saw everything for how it is, and then just here I am. And I'm like, what do I do with this information? I feel useless.
all I know is that
It's
he
crazy.
knows way too much and drinks way too much coffee. That's the one thing I can
Yeah.
guarantee. I can walk
Yeah.
away certain about that.
Oh, yeah, tell them how many cups.
15, no joke. We would sit at that restaurant and be like 15. And then his brother was like, me too. And I turned to him, I'm like, what do you mean, me too? He just ordered for everybody. He goes, no, he didn't. And I was like, so you want one more or 15 more? He goes, yeah, all of it. And I thought they were like over exaggerating. No. They drink a lot of coffee.
But
bro.
are they espressos?
Yeah, they are, right? Or,
No,
they're
no,
like
they're
this.
just black coffee.
They're just like regular
black
cups of coffee?
I don't know anything
When
about
I
this
drink
drinks.
black coffee, it like accelerates my appetite, and I get really hungry in the morning. Like I'll have black coffee, and then I'll
Really?
need breakfast in a couple hours.
Oh.
They don't eat till dinner, so he's
Drink. Oh, okay.
15 cups of coffee deep with nothing in his stomach.
Well, see, for me, like, yeah, coffee curbs my appetite. Like, that's why when I have coffee
Yeah,
in
me
the
too.
morning, like, sometimes I forget to eat till it's like,
Really?
you know, yeah,
Yeah,
late at
he's
night.
got 15 coffees in his stomach, and he hasn't eaten.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it's like, no
Damn.
wonder you get so much shit done.
Right?
That's crazy.
So we wrap all this up.
It's like 3 a.m.
It's 3 a.m. Yeah. And his drivers take us home. And we stand in front of the hotel, and all quietly, like literally, we haven't said a word to each other. We're just looking at the hotel, and we're just like, I guess we knew what we're gonna put out was gonna do. And so we were just standing there quietly, and I just turned to him. I go, guys, I can't go to sleep right now. There is no way I'm going to be able to go to sleep. Do you guys want to walk around this town? And we literally just hands in pocket. We walked around Romania at night, just quiet, just sitting there, taking it all in, bro. And it was possibly the coolest trip. And I told the boys, I go, there's never going to be a moment like this again. Because I think that now the world kind of will be looking at our show, and now we'll expect what we're going to deliver them. But the shock factor of like, oh.
Yeah, after Andrew Tate, I don't think he can go small. You need to deliver all the time. Like, I don't think if he's going to do another podcast with anyone, he must be good. He must be at least at that level.
Oh, this is the guy from Impulsive that wouldn't shut up or say something weird. Like, that image of me was now removed completely. And it's so crazy because I want to circle back to this. The thing that hurt me the most was when all this was happening in the beginning, when I had the dreams, when I had all this stuff, and God was telling me to be quiet, all I kept seeing are those YouTube videos every day of people making like things. And when the video went up and I saw all these people making videos, like, of the new version that they saw me as, and I literally go, my God could change the whole world's heart. Like, that's how mighty my God is. My God could take me from a small place where I thought, okay, it's over. I gave it my best try. I'm at the end of the roads. I got nothing else to give. And when I surrendered myself to my God goes, perfect. I got you right where I want you. Let me put you up right here so that way when you're shining, even people that don't believe in God would say, there has to be something that's with this man. There's no way that this guy did this on his own. So no credit. All glory to God. Season 2 is going to be bigger than season 1. I can promise you this.
So excited, bro.
I also want to let you guys know the temperature gauge that I want to move season 2 is more meaningful and
Better.
And I want you guys to know that I'm trying my absolute best. And if I do fail you, or if I do upset you, be patient with me, because I want to be as open and as authentic and as raw as possible.
It's better.
And
Be real.
I don't like looking back at myself a year ago because I've grown. So I promise you, I'm not going to be perfect, but I promise you that I will try my best to better myself every day in front of you guys and give you guys my absolute best. That's all I can promise you guys. So I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for listening.
Please comment too, by the way. Like, we do read comments. Like, we are very active in the comments. We love reading comments. Please like and subscribe because it does help. And thank you guys so much. I love you. I'll see you next week.
With our first guest of season 2.
Woo! Very exciting.
Damn.
I'm patient.
So, yeah, okay. Well, bye.
Bye.
Season 2.
Well, guys, that was the reaction for today. As he was saying, also make sure to subscribe for me to deliver every time, and for you to not lose any reaction. And be, like he says, also be patient with me. I'm new to this. It's just I started 1 month. We are at we are 1,200 subscriber. It could be it cannot be possible without you guys. I am really honored and pleasure. I'm happy for all the subscriber, and I will try to give back to the subscriber once we start making some, So see you guys next for the next reaction.